Okay, so I wanted to do a reading on Chris Cuomo. His brother is Andrew, the governor of New York, and he's having some effects from his brother's issues at present. So people were just wanting to see how's he doing, and I just thought I would take a look. Personally, I have no really negative or super positive feelings. I do think from what I've seen of him that he seems to be a decent enough guy. That kind of show and most new shows I don't watch. I don't watch most, I couldn't say that almost. I don't watch most news shows anymore because it just feeds into the media, into the way those that control the media, they work us over, and it's long needed a change. It's really kind of grown into whatever is negative is what sells and getting people's attention. And I think it's kind of toxic because it's not reality, and it really affects people mentally. So I believe in keeping up, reading the news. And that's why I don't have any feelings one way or another, exceptionally, other than what I stated, that I feel like I seen him a few times when he's joking around with Don Lemon, and I've caught in bits of his show. I've never been able to sit through a whole show or anything. I'm not into it, and not into the news shows basically anymore at all. So let's just see. I'm just letting you know about how I feel, so my bias is letting you know what it is. There you have it. So let's just see, how is Chris Cuomo being affected by his brother's issues at present and unfortunate notoriety at present? I'm asking the universe to help me read clearly. My spiritual mentors. Chris Cuomo. His birthday is August 9th. So, 1970. So he's a Leo. How is Chris, King of Wands, Cuomo, feeling about his brother's behavior? Well, pressured, very stressed, very stressed. And it feels like a stress that is on the inside as well as the outside. He's feeling it internally. I think he's having an understandable, palpable physical reaction to this, as well as it being in his outer. It's putting pressure on him in his daily life, in his work life. And of course he feels it very closely inside because it's his brother. And I do believe that despite any differences and all differences, that he cares and loves him, and is probably cringing horribly, desperately right now, I'd say, at what is happening. And Chris is definitely feeling it. And there's Chris. He shows up in his own reading, says, "Yes, I am. Somebody put me out. I'm on fire. Too much fire here for me." So he's very stressed. He should really, what would be best for you, Cuomo, if you're listening to me, if you were, I would say you need to just go take a holiday, really. Cut out the stress. Don't tell them unless he's bleeding to death not to contact you. And just go and, I don't know, do something you enjoy. But disconnect. I think he's getting that kind of advice by PR management and that kind of thing. Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, because this is now, he's feeling that it's affecting his audience, I think, and I feel like viewers. That's his brother, because he's an Aquarius. The king of, I'm pretty sure his brother's, I know his brother's an air sign. Gonna put it on pause and double check it. Okay. He is also a fire sign. But he does have his moon in Gemini. And the Aquarius is in Venus with him. That's what I was looking at. And that's where he had Aquarius. And because I did associate an air sign with him. I had looked at his birth chart because I recently did a reading on him. I believe this is his brother. Because of the Gemini moon. Because they both have a fire sign. He is a Sagittarius. And, you know, Chris is a Leo. But it's funny how the tarot anticipates that and gives me this, but this is his brother. I mean, they can't give me another card for the King of Wands, so they give me the King of Air, and his moon is an air sign. He's watching his brother too. He's watchful of him, which leads me to feel like he's not able to get close to him right now. And he feels just that sad. He feels so much pressure because of his brother's situation and how this is going to play out. He's under a tremendous amount of stress. There's a woman here, a Queen of Pentacles, that's falling under the Ten of Wands. This is a bully card. I think this is one of the females that may have said he was bullying. I believe that he's definitely guilty of being bully. Definitely. And that's why I said in the initial reading that I did of him that I wouldn't want to be with this guy. I don't know. I wasn't seeing like sexual behavior in the cards that I looked at, but I saw bully. He was gruff. He needed to learn some manners. He was rude, is what I felt. And I said as much that I didn't think I'd enjoy meeting him. I think Chris knows this about him. I do think Chris knows this to be true. That he can be curt and abrupt and a bully. There's sorrow, there's loss. Not everything's lost, but he knows that his brother has behavior is going to cause him a loss. And it will affect him as well. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles. There's a real struggle there for him on a financial and a career level. An income, it will be as well, level. But also, I think just the COVID thing is going to come back to bite him. And between the bully allegations and the losses, the deaths of through COVID, the pandemic, that's not a very good thing. And he knows it, and he sees that there will be losses and feels it. makes him sad, is how it makes him feel. He's tremendously stressed, and he'll be even, sadder, more sad for the loss. And like I said, not everything is gone. There's still something, but at the moment he has to grieve what is being lost. And I think that here we are looking at, you know what, his health may take a dive a bit. It looks a bit tottery here with that 5. Also, it is connected to the pandemic data, but I'm feeling this way. It is just from also all the collective stress. It could end up being something about that. With this 10 of Pentacles, we're talking about family. And we're also talking about family money and family name. I think we can all appreciate what that would be for Chris, that this is a member of his family. This is reflects on not just him but the rest of them, and I feel that he's of the opinion that there's one woman, again, this Queen of Pentacles here, that she is going for this because of money. I think this is his opinion, okay, not mine, but I feel like that's his perspective, and so he feels very stressed, or maybe it's more that he's just stressed of what she could do, the damage she could do to their family. Could also, I wonder about his mother. Is she still alive? I don't know. I can't imagine. She might not, certainly will be. I wouldn't think so, but again, Cuomo's wife, I don't know. And his family, I'm not sure. Yeah, his brother's bullying is going to get exposed. It's embarrassing because it's, then it looks back on to their family of how did he become that way, what was, and that's very personal, to have your family dysfunction put out, to be aired. But I think Chris has done this too much, and this has come to a karmic situation. So there are viewers, I think there's a loss of viewers because they feel like there is some judgments. There will be some judgment by some people that they'll have trouble from taking a more traditional idea about it, attitude about it, and just, I don't want to watch him anymore. Or punishing him for what his brother did. And this could be his health being bad for a while and him having to build it back up, his brother. And rebuild. He's going to have to change. He's going to have to rebuild and change and refine himself. But, he's a very stubborn man, so I think he'll get a bit ill, and I think that might be enough to humble him to work on that then. And he'll be exposed for this bullying behavior, and it's kind of embarrassing because it puts the light on their family, and they will lose some very rigid viewers that are very traditional in the way that they feel about things. But I think at the end of the day, he can he will rebuild himself. And it looks like, the 8 is always better. It's like you get better because you've gone through stuff. So I think that at the end of the day, he'll turn it into a strength. But it's terrible to go through. But being the fiery person that he is, I see him having the energy to discover, to rebuild, and also to look at the control issue. There's an issue of control in that family, for sure. And that's why you, being overhanded, being too heavy-handed, being too intense, it's, and I don't want to give an excuse. It can be, not just intense, but rude. So he needs to dial it back, his brother. And he knows about that. I think he'll be looking at his own behavior, but I don't think he's quite as bad as his brother at all. I think with this it shows that he actually has a better grasp over that aspect of his fiery nature. Because traditionally there would be a lion here, and he's a Leo. So I feel like Chris has got this. He'll bounce back. But he might go to a different network. I don't think he's going to be happy with CNN. CNN kind of, I don't know. They're okay, in a pinch. I'm not fussed on really any of them too much. But I get, is it Reuters news? Yeah. And I like to get the abroad version. So I'll put that in the description box, and of course, Chris's wiki about him. Okay. All right, he'll be all right, but I see him looking to maybe go off to a different location, and that could include his home. It could include just even a network. So I'm thinking more network. We'll leave it at that. I say that and I pull out 2 more cards. There's an end. He's going to get, there's a radical change and an end, and he gets some kind of offer. Some kind of, and there's two, looks like he's considering 2 places, or what he's going to do. He's got an idea. And that it would be wise for him actually not to make any quick move, because that card here says you need to look at this in a different way when you go to make a decision. You need to include a broader perspective to flip it and see how you feel. Excuse me. I'm filming this late at night because I probably will be trying to do a live on Sunday afternoon with members. I'm going to try to catch them again if I'm feeling well enough. Little stomach bug, but I'm okay. Let's see. So, and then I get something about him retiring. I just got the word retire. So I see him going on to, I think, another, he will definitely, and he'll be happy. He'll get a good place that he'll be happy at. And do very well. Be energized. And then I think he'll end up retiring at some point. So, okay, there's my reading for Chris Cuomo. I think he'll weather the storm. But he's in a tough spot, and it will affect him. It will affect him. So I think enough to the point that he could end up going to another network or something along those lines. Anyway, see you in the next video.